think and see. But the world has changed, the gates are wide. You got the architect living inside. You don't need a single line of code today to make an agent that will lead the way. Just a vision and a brand new start. We're mastering the science and the art. $0, infinite reach. Let's learn what the future can teach. $0, infinite reach. Let's learn what the future can teach.
Ready? 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 Let's build.
All right, welcome. Today, we are going to build a seriously impressive AI agent, right from scratch. And the best part, we're going to do it with absolutely no code and a $0 budget. This is a complete masterclass, so let's just dive right in.
You know, we're way beyond simple chatbots at this point. The entire paradigm has shifted to what we call agentic AI. These are autonomous systems that can actually reason, use tools, and remember information. They don't just answer your questions, they get things done.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big picture, the revolution that's happening right now. Then we'll break down the anatomy of an agent, what makes it tick. After that, it's all hands-on. We'll set up our workspace in Coze, build a career consultant step by step. And then, and this is crucial, I'll show you how to frame this project so it looks amazing in your professional portfolio.
Look, in today's world, the problem isn't finding a tool to build AI. There are tons of them. The real challenge is picking the right one. And the best platforms, they all deliver on what I like to call the 3 pillars of agency. You need a brain, a memory, and hands.
This little chart breaks down the top no-code players, and it really shows the strategic choice you're making. Diffie.ai tells the world, I can engineer systems. Zapier says, I can automate work. Both are great, but for today, we're going with Coze. Why? Well, its free tier gives you incredible access to top-tier models like GPT-4o, its memory system is super intuitive, and the portfolio signal it sends is just so powerful. I can build products.
So how do these agents really work under the hood? It can seem complicated, but there's a really simple and powerful way to think about it. Every single agent you'll ever build is made of 3 core parts: a brain, a memory, and a pair of hands.
First up is the brain. This is your large language model, or LLM, something like GPT-4o. Now, it's super important to think of the brain not as a database of facts, but as a pure logic engine. It's a reasoner, and we program its personality and behavior using something called the system prompt, which basically acts as its constitution.
Next, you've got the memory. This is handled by a technology called RAG, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. But forget the jargon. All it means is you're giving the agent its own private library of documents to read, so it can reference your resume, for example, without ever having been trained on it. This is the absolute key to getting personalized, context-aware answers.
And finally, every agent needs hands. These are the tools that connect the brain to the real live world. Through a process called function calling, the agent's brain can literally decide, all by itself, to pause what it's doing, go use a tool like a web search, get the info it needs, and then come back to its task. This is how it breaks free from its static knowledge and finds things like today's job listings.
All right, theory's over. Let's get our hands dirty and actually see how all this comes together. We're going to start by setting up our digital workshop in Coze.
Okay, first things first. Head over to Coze.com and sign up with your Google account. It's super fast. Once you're in, make sure you create a personal workspace. That's what gets you access to all the free goodies. Then, just click Create Agent and give it a professional name. Seriously, Career Consultant Pro sends a way stronger signal than something like JobBot. Fill in a quick description, and boom, you're ready to build.
And now for the main event. We are going to assemble the brain, the memory, and the hands of our career consultant agent, piece by piece. Let's do it. We always start with the brain. And I really need to hammer this point home. The system prompt isn't just a friendly suggestion you give the AI. It is the core programming. It dictates every single action the agent takes. A well-designed prompt is the difference between a reliable professional tool and a random, unpredictable toy.
And here it is. This is what I call the architect's prompt. It may look like plain English, but make no mistake, this is code. It's the exact logic that will run our entire agent. You can see it defines the role, it lays out a very strict cognitive process for it to follow, and it sets hard constraints to prevent common errors.
So why is this structure so effective? Well, each part has a very specific job. The role definition anchors its professional voice and tone. The cognitive process, sometimes called a chain of thought, forces it to think step by step, which makes it way more reliable. And the constraints section, that's just critical. It acts as guardrails, explicitly telling it not to invent job listings, which is a classic AI hallucination problem. Okay, brain is in place. Next up, let's give our agent its memory. In the Coze interface, find the knowledge section and create a new repository. Let's call it user_resume_bank. Now, just upload your sample resume. And here's the key step. Select automatic for chunking. This tells Coze to handle all the complex background work, breaking down your document into searchable pieces, converting them into a format the AI understands. It does all that heavy lifting for you. Then you just link that knowledge base to your agent and you're done.
Now, for the hands, a static model from 2023 can't find a job that was posted today, right? So we need to connect it to the live internet. Just go to the plugins section, search for something like Google Web Search, and click Add. And this, by the way, highlights a huge benefit of Coze. The free tier actually includes these search calls. On a lot of other platforms, you'd be paying for an API key to do this.
The final phase, of course, is testing, and this is where the magic happens. In the debug panel, you give it a real-world prompt, like, find me a senior product manager job in Seattle and write a cover letter. And then you can literally watch its brain work in real time. You'll see it access the resume from its memory. You'll see it call the search tool. You'll see it analyze the results. And then you'll see it draft the letter. This feedback loop is where you'll do all your fine-tuning.
So you've done it. You've built a genuinely powerful tool. But listen, building it is only half the battle. The real goal is to be able to translate this project into skills you can actually put on a resume. So let's see how this little project becomes a massive cornerstone of your professional portfolio.
And honestly, this slide right here is the key to everything. You didn't just write a prompt. You performed prompt engineering and system design. You didn't just upload a PDF. You implemented a RAG pipeline. You see the difference? Translating your simple actions into this high-value, industry-standard language is what's going to get you noticed by recruiters.
So, when you present this, how do you do it? Give it a professional title, like the AI Career Consultant, an autonomous RAG, and search agent. Show your work. Include screenshots of your awesome prompt and the debug logs that prove it works. And most importantly, frame the impact. Quantify your result, saying you reduced cover letter drafting time by 95%. That is an incredibly powerful statement.
So, you're an AI architect now. You have the skills. But as this tech gets easier and easier for everyone to use, we really have to think about the bigger picture. What happens when it's an AI applying for a job that's being screened by another AI? What's our role as the builders in making sure these systems actually amplify human creativity and uniqueness, not just erase it? That's the real challenge for us, the next generation of builders.